Hello everybody, welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Sunday, December 10th, 2023, and we are back with our NFL best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these pick videos every single day, along with the NBA, NHL, college football, and college basketball. Going after our first 15,000 subscribers, our first 9 months on YouTube. Really excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So to recap Thursday results, we had a great day. 2-1 overall. We had the Steelers minus 5.5. That was holy shit, that was a bad game by them. They just the Steelers just threw away their season completely. The fact they lost the Cardinals and the Patriots back-to-back and just outright losing, not even not covering. I mean, for God's sake, this team is horrible. And then Pat Fryermuth over 2.5 catches. Should have gotten that way earlier. Zeke Elliott over 2.5 catches. Both winners there. So 2-1. We're on a 14-4 NFL run right now. And we have 6 picks today in the NFL. I'm going to get started with our free picks first. Let's get started with our first play of the day, which is going to be the Falcons money line, minus 130 versus the Bucs. First off, I really like this Falcons team in the context of they're playing the NFC South and who their competition is. Because first off, the Bucs are overrated, they are injured, they are teetering. This team is really close to quit territory, the Bucs are. And Baker Mayfield, really this whole year, has shown us exactly who he is. An overhyped player coming out of college who should have never been picked number 1. I don't even know how they did it. I mean, it's unbelievable that he was picked number 1. I still don't understand that. But the Bucs O-line is in shambles. Their defense is really banged up. I mean, really banged up, especially in the secondary. And when you look at the Falcons, they're winning again. They won a really ugly game against the Jets last week. And when you look at the Falcons, they have all the offensive talent in the entire world. I mean, other than quarterback. I mean, Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke. I'm a Redskins fan, so I know Taylor Heineke very well. It's an experience with him. He's not very good. Desmond Ridder, as y'all can watch. I mean, you guys have eyes. You can see how this goes. But when you look at their running back room, you have Bijan and Tyler Algier, and wide receivers, you have Drake London and Cordarrelle Patterson, Mac Hollins. Tight ends, you got Kyle Pitts, that they never used for some reason. If Arthur Smith just uses the offensive talent that he has available to him, he should be winning a lot more games than he is right now. And you could go the minus 2.5 route here, like the spread route, which is not a terrible route, so you only give up a field goal. However, these games in the NFC South this year have been weird as fuck, to say the least. So I'm going to go with the money line here since it's not too different as far as odds go. It's a divisional matchup, and the Falcons always play these incredibly weird games. So I'm rolling the Falcons here money line, minus 130 versus the Bucs. Next, we're taking the Texans minus 3.5 versus the Jets. The Jets are dead. I mean, let's just put it very real here. The Jets, metaphorically, were a racehorse. They just broke their leg in the Kentucky Derby, and they're going to meet the town executioner tomorrow morning. And guess what? Sunday morning is tomorrow morning for this team. Today is morning. The Zach Wilson drama, especially when you add all into this, where he was benched, and then they gave Tim Boyle the start. Which, by the way, if you guys have watched Tim Boyle, dude threw 1 touchdown and 19 interceptions in college. Dude was horrible. I don't know how the hell he's in the NFL. And then they gave him back the starting job. The guy doesn't even want it. Zach Wilson doesn't even want to play. Like, he has said that. I mean, the reports have said that he does not want to play this entire game. And by the way, I don't blame him. With how he's been treated, I do not blame him. And other than Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, this Jets team has no weaponry whatsoever. Randall Cobb's a healthy scratch. Aaron Rodgers, thank you. Allen Lazard, healthy scratch. Thank you, Aaron Rodgers. Look at Dalvin Cook. I said this in the beginning of the season. Dude's a nothing burger at this point in his career. Great player. Before, you could respect him for that, but right now, he is not a good player. Breece Hall is a fucking dog. But other than that, I mean, they don't have anyone on the offensive side. Tyler Uzomah is actually pretty good. I think he's very underrated at tight end. But even so, can the quarterback even get it to him? What's the weather going to be like in New Jersey today? And listen, the Texans on the other side, they are great. I love DeMeco Ryans as a coach. He's absolutely fantastic. I loved him as a player when he was playing for the Texans for as long as he was. And if you look at C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson, who they got in the draft, I mean, wow, they knocked that one out of the park. And listen, if the Texans keep winning, Will Anderson might take Defensive Rookie of the Year. C.J. Stroud's a no-doubter for Offensive Rookie of the Year. The guy is absolutely unbelievable. They have weapons everywhere. And listen, when you look at a Jets team who has just a myriad of like corners and safeties and great players are on the defensive side of the game, you've got to have multiple places to go with the ball. When you first off started like the running backs for the Texans, let's start with Dameon Pierce, Devin Singletary. That's solid. But even with Tank Dell out, which by the way is a big deal, that guy's a baller. But with Tank Dell out at least until the playoffs, I think he might be out for the whole year. Noah Brown, good player. Nico Collins, great player. Dalton Schultz, great player. They've got guys who can make moves here. Plus, this Texans team is rounding into form. They have the energy. They have the buzz. The Jets know they're dead. And plus the Texans defense, they are rounding into form. They're playing a lot better. They held the Broncos 17 points last week. We had the Texans at -3.5 there as well. I'm rolling with the Texans here -3.5 versus the Jets, because also this line too is just begging you to take the Jets. You get a field goal and a half. They want you to take the Jets so bad. I'm not falling for it. Texans -3.5 versus the Jets. And then lastly, we're going to take the Chargers -2.5 versus the Broncos. I told y'all this Broncos run was going to come to a close pretty quickly when we picked the Texans -3.5 last week against them, and they won and covered. But this game's going to continue to slide. First off, I think it's weird that the Chargers are favored against anybody, because they are just the weirdest. Other than them and the Falcons are the weirdest teams in the NFL by a mile with the stuff they do. But if you look at the Broncos side of the ball, Russ is good, but he's not good. He's just better than last year, which is if you see any sort of improvement, you think, oh, he's great, he's back. He's not. If you watch his games, if you actually watch Russell Wilson play, it's bubble screen, quick slant, occasional deep ball. That's like his entire game right now. I mean, that's just what he is. Now, he is a serviceable quarterback, but he's not the same guy as before. And the Chargers are at home, which, I mean, is a positive. I mean, they're kind of at home. They're just not on the road, basically. They can sleep in their own bed. But if you look at this one by one, I mean, Herbert, way better than Russ. I think Justin Herbert's top 5 quarterback in the league. I know I'm going to get probably some hate for that, but the dude's absolutely incredible. He's been underserved by this team. He's the only reason this team is even competitive. I mean, I think he's unbelievable. The Chargers' weapons are great. Just kick Quentin Johnson, cut his hands off, and get rid of him. Game of Thrones style. He's so bad. Keenan Allen's incredible. Keenan Allen's great, he's substantially better than any receiver the Broncos have. The defenses are about equal here. I like the Chargers here. I don't have to give up an entire field goal. I think they can win here by 3. I'm going to roll the Chargers here -2.5 versus the Broncos. Now, we have been hitting our parlays pretty well in the NFL recently. I think we're 3 for our last 6, which we're doing +600 odds. I mean, that's very, very profitable. I will be posting 1 or 2 NFL parlays tonight on my Twitter. My Twitter is linked in the description below. I'll probably post one for the 1 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, and the 8:30 game tonight. And just so you guys know, like I said, we do have 6 picks today, not just 3. If you want to get our members only plays, you can get them on our website. It's linked in the comments below, zdmbets.com/picks. As a member, you get all our members only plays every single day, which are our most profitable plays on a day-to-day basis. With also a membership perk, you also have a direct line to me. So if there's any game you're considering betting that we don't cover in the videos or our members only, you can reach out to me and get my opinion on any game that you're considering betting, as long as you give me an hour before game time, because I just have to look at it and research it. And then also all the free picks too on YouTube here. You get all these YouTube picks you get before these videos come out that would take advantage of early lines, early odds. Go to the website zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks. So quick recap what we have here. We have the Falcons money line at -130. We have the Texans -3.5 versus the Jets. And we have the Chargers -2.5 versus the Broncos. So let's go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check those other videos.